Hi, Raquel. I also wanted to tell you about two different games that I play with the kids. The first one is called Hello, Mr. Sun. So I'll have everybody come and we'll all stand in a big circle together. I'll say, we're going to play Hello, Mr. Sun. And then I'll say, okay, let's all hold hands. We're all standing in a big circle. And I'll say, let's all hold hands. Let's give everybody a little squeeze and say, hello, I'm here. So we're all, we're all here together. And then I'll say, okay, everybody, let's bring our hands down by our sides. And they all know this, but, okay, we're going to lift our arms up into the air and say, hello, Mr. Sun. So we'll go, hello, Mr. Sun. And then I'll say, bellies onto the floor. We'll all come down onto the floor, bellies onto the floor. Come up like and now we'll say, come up like a snake, and we'll go, good night, snakes, good night. Good morning, snakes. Good night, snakes, good night. Good morning. We can also do like baby snake and you come up a little bit like cobra, and then mommy snake you come up a little bit higher, and then daddy snake come up a little bit like upward dog. And we'll do that also. And then I'll say, okay, foreheads on the ground. Let's make our arms straight, legs straight. Let's come into downward dog. And so then everybody will come into downward dog. And then I'll say, okay, let's look out from under our arm and say, hello to our neighbor. And hello to our other neighbor. Hello, hello. And then I'll say, okay, everybody, let's walk our feet to our hands. And let's come back up. Hello, Mr. Sun. And bring our hands to our heart. And then we'll do that in different voices. So we'll do robot. And I'll say, okay, guys, are robots fast or slow? And they'll say, oh, they're slow. Okay. So we'll go like, okay, everyone, are you ready to do robot? Hello, Mr. Sun. And then we'll do the same thing. Bellies onto the floor. Come up like a robot snake. And robot snake is actually really cute. Instead of coming up and just going like a regular snake, we'll come up like a robot snake. So we'll go. Then I'll say, good night, robot snakes. Good morning, robot snakes. And then we'll do that. And then I'll say, okay, guys, let's come into robot dog. And let's look out from underneath our arm and say, hello, hello. And then we'll walk our feet to our hands and we'll come back up like robots. So, hello, Mr. Sun. And then bring our hands to our hearts. They love that. And we'll do different voices like, sometimes they'll want to do like a princess voice, and it's like, hello, Mr. Sun, or whatever it is. Like, we'll just do different voices and stuff. So we'll do that a few times. That's hello, Mr. Sun. And then for yoga freeze dance, so what I'll do is I'll put music on, and I'll tell the kids, okay, we're going to play yoga freeze dance. So what do we do when the music is on? We dance. And what do we do when the music stops? We freeze like a popsicle. And then I'll count 1, 2, 3, and by the time I count to 3, everybody's back on the mat and we're doing a yoga pose together, and then I'll choose the poses. So I'll get them ready. So okay, I'll say, okay, everybody, let's go. Let's test it out. Let's see if we're ready. Let's dance. Before I put the music on, let's freeze. And then if they're ready, then I'll say, okay, everybody, let's stay frozen, and then I'll put the music on. And then we'll dance. And while we're dancing, I'm saying like, oh my gosh, everybody, you're such a beautiful dancer. Such amazing dancers, wonderful, moving our bodies however we want. And then sometimes I'll get them motivated. So like, everybody, let's put our hands up in the air. Let's put our hands down low. Can everybody jump? Can everybody smile, make a silly face, whatever it is to get them moving. And then I'll stop the music. Everybody freeze. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Quick, everyone back to the yoga mat. And I'll say like, okay, we're going to do tree pose, or okay, we're going to do frog pose, or okay, we're going to do crab pose, or whatever it is. And then we'll do the pose together, and then we'll stop the pose and I'll say, okay, everybody, let's shake it out. Let's move all around. Let's see if we're ready. Freeze! And then I'll start the music again, and then we'll dance. We'll do that like 3 or 4 rounds. So those are 2 games that I play with the kids that they really love. And then I'm going to send home a safari box with Josh. It's a little red box, and inside are different pictures of yoga poses. So I'll just tell the kids, you know, we're going to go on a safari. We're going to see lots of animals today. How do you think we should act in front of the animals to make them feel comfortable? And so the kids will be like, oh, we need to be really calm. We need to be really quiet. They'll say, yeah, we need to be really calm and quiet so the animals feel safe, and then they'll want to come out. If we're being loud, they're not going to want to come out and play with us. So then I have the box, and I'll have everybody will have a turn to come up and pick a pose if we run out of time. I'll ask the teachers to write down the kids that didn't get to go, and they'll go next week. And so what I'll do when I have the box is I'll say, okay, Parker's about to choose from the safari box. Let's show the animals that we're ready. Everybody, let's take a deep breath. And out. So the whole time that Parker is picking, everybody's using their calm breathing to show the animals that we're ready. And it's funny, it always happens that when the kids are being rowdy, there are non-animal poses in the box, and so somebody always picks the non-animal pose when the kids are being rowdy. But when they're calm and the kids get really into it, like, oh my God, we really need to see the animals, so everybody needs to be really calm. So that's something that we do also. And the kids love it. They love it. They love it. So those are what I do. And then also, I always finish class with Sat Nam. So whatever we're doing, I'll just say, okay, everybody, let's, last 2 words that we say in class, let's bring our hands to our heart. The last 2 words that we say, Sat Nam, it means I tell the truth. Everybody, let's close our eyes. Let's take a deep breath in. Sat Nam. And then I give the kids essential oils. I have different essential oils for them, and I'll let them choose where to put it. So I'll say, okay, I'll draw a heart, or I'll draw a star. Where should I put it? And they'll be like, I want it on my elbow. I want it on my toe. I want it on my nose, wherever. So yeah, so that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know. Sorry it took so long to get this to you. Thanks. Okay.